Okay, hello everyone. I am here to tell you about Windows 10 and Photos. Um, as you can see, I have Windows 10 pulled up here. You don't have my wonderful face ingratiating you today, thank goodness, because I have only one screen. And forgive me for that little bit of noise. Anyway, so we're going to talk today about Windows 10 Photos. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I got requests on how to manage photos in Windows and how to save them from an email. So, to start, I'm just gonna go straight to the email, and we'll get that one out of the way. So let me minimize that down. So apparently there's a lot of white noise, so I'm gonna have to talk up a bit. Hopefully y'all can hear me. All right. So I got an email. My wife sent me a little email here of some pictures, a bunch of cool stuff. Looks like we got a penguin. I think that's from Daredevil. Yeah, that's from Daredevil. We got a cute little penguin and, some flowers and a baby elephant. That should please a couple people. Yeah. So there's a few things here for you. And, so we want to save these guys. How do I get them out of my email and into my Photos app here? Well, in Windows, they have what's called a Pictures library. If you open up an Explorer window, which comes from these little... I really don't know how well you can see the screen. Hopefully you can see it okay. But it's this little folder down here at the bottom. And it's how you manage your files on your computer. Just look up Windows Explorer. If you need to know more, Google it. It'll help. But by default, Windows usually puts this pictures library on your sidebar here. Again, this is probably really low quality, and I ought to soup it up. I apologize. Hopefully you won't have to actually read anything. I don't want to have to... I guess I could change it real quick. Give me 1 second here. Let me just see if I can... I can upgrade everything. Let's see. Apply. That's a little bit bigger for you. Now you can actually see it. Okay. I have to change my resolution. Alright, so we got pictures here. Okay, for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to go into this demo folder and have everything sync up to that. Because I don't want to put all of my pictures out there on the internet. But it will do it to this whole folder by default. When you open pictures, or photos, excuse me, you can actually find it if you go to the start menu and type in photos. It just pops up right there, photos. And you can click on that, or some of you may even have it in your start menu like I do right here where my mouse is. Hopefully you can see that. So this is my photos. If I go to settings here, and underneath sources, it has a couple of folders here. You can put as many folders as you want to manage under your photos, your sources. And so, like I said, for the purpose of the demo, I'm putting that demo folder there, which is currently empty. It's also syncing, from what I can tell, I think it's also syncing my my OneCloud, OneDrive from Microsoft. It's syncing that up as well, which is why I have all my wallpapers in there, because I just sync it up over OneDrive. So ignore the random pictures. But we want to add some new pictures to this thing, so let's go back to the email now that I've kind of explained where we're going to go. Let's download this penguin picture. So most email clients will have a download button. Some of them may have a little more than that. It just, I don't know, I can't tell you how every single program downloads pictures. But if they have an attachment, a picture as an attachment, there should be a download button for it. When you're in Inbox for Google, it looks like this. And Gmail, it looks similar, I believe. I could pull it up real quick and find out. Here, let's do that. Gmail. No thanks. Yeah, I know it's enabled. Inbox is really cool, just so you know. Okay, it's similar. So you see these same pictures. There's a little download button you can click on. In Inbox, the download button's up at the top. So either way, it works for you. You click on that button, and it will download that button to... Hello, Cortana. Go away. Cortana's deciding that it wants to listen to me. I wonder if I could turn her off for a minute. Never done this in Windows before, so this is a little interesting. Well, if she comes up again, then I'll just shut her up. Anyway, so I downloaded this penguin file, but where did the penguin go? Well, an easy way to see where the penguin ended up is I can click on Show All Downloads right here in Chrome. And there's similar links to it in Internet Explorer and Firefox. There's a downloads folder. An easy way to get to it well, anyway, let's just click on this. Oh, see, that's what it does in Chrome. I didn't want to do that anyway. What I want to do is show you this. There is a downloads folder that Windows will pin up there. That is the default location for downloading anything. Okay? And so my penguin.jpg showed up right there. That's my penguin. You can't see him here unless I turn it into a large icon, and then you can see, look, there's a little penguin in that picture. So so what I want to do to put him into photos is just drop him in my demo folder where I'm putting my pictures. So if I drop him in here, and then I come back to photos, hopefully it'll be smart enough to do it. I don't know how to tell it to look at that. Oh, there it is. I just had to refresh it. Anyway, so there's my penguin. He just showed up. So I think if I just clicked on this refresh button, it would have just brought him up. I switched from albums to collection, and that's what made him come up. So I got my cool little penguin picture, and it's all inside of my my Photos app. Now, I don't know much about this app. There's a lot of things you can do with organization and customization. You'll have to play with the buttons to figure that out. If you want, I can do another video on this app specifically, but I'm really just trying to get pictures into the Photos app for you. I figure that's what everybody wants to see right now. There's the one, and there's, like I said, there's tools here that you can enhance it and do a slideshow, or share it, or throw it away, or rotate it around. Whee. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go back now. So that was one way of putting it in there. The other thing is that, well, maybe you don't know exactly where your pictures are on your computer. Go back to this. So let's go to this awesome Daredevil picture. Great show. If you haven't seen it, me and my wife, we really like it. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to download this guy now, and that will go into my downloads folder just like the penguin did. See, there it is. So what if I just drop this guy in here? I don't know what's going to happen if I do that. It doesn't look like it can, actually. So, if you want to add something in, you have to do it through... Oh, there is an import button. Couldn't find anything to import on this device. I guess not. Fascinating. Sorry, like I said, I'm learning this just as much as I'm showing you guys how to do it. So, looks like you can't just drag them in there, which is a little sad for Windows, because that would have been a much easier way of doing things. But you got to drag and drop them inside of your picture folder. Now you can get to your pictures folder. Like I said, by default, Windows 10 will put a pictures library right here, and anything that goes in there by default will show up in your photos library. So now if I come back here, there it is. Again, it's really sad that I can't just drop it in there. I apologize for that. It's kind of a bummer. But what can you do? So in here as well, like they make albums as well. I think there's a way. Let's see if I can get these guys to go into an album. So let's go in here and share it. Nope, not share. Yeah, there's really not a lot that this thing can do when it comes to organizing, I think. Huh. Fascinating. Well, yeah. There are other photo apps that you can do as well in addition to this. If you'd like, I can go over them. Leave a comment. Tweet me about it. So far, everything's been kind of good with that. That's just kind of a basic thing on how you can get pictures from your email to your downloads folder, and then eventually into your pictures library, which will show up in the Pictures app in Windows. And you don't even have to pull it up in this Pictures app if you don't want to. You could also just double click on these guys and it'll just show up. And you can do all the stuff you can do in the Photos app in here. So yeah, that's more or less what I'm going to do tonight for my video, just because there's not much to that. Let me know if you want to hear more about pictures. I know people really like to know how to manage their pictures, so please comment on this video. I will pay attention. And if I'm not paying attention, tweet me at my account for this thing. It's at Lyoko Videos. I'll put it in the description. It's not there now, but it will be. So, but it's the default. I tweet from that account about these videos all the time. So if you tweet me there, I'll see it. I don't have enough followers to not see it right now, so I'll notice. Yeah, you guys are great, and thanks.